Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Please continue to get your green gear brand new designs. Link in the description box. And I wanted to shout out everybody who responded to the little YouTube poll I did. Did a video the other day about that dummy Gwen Berry who turned her back during the national anthem. And I asked on my YouTube page on the community, I said, people who grew up in or are in foreign countries, how would your country have handled that? How would the people have responded to one of your Olympic athletes or potential Olympic athletes pulling some shit like that? And I got responses from all around the world: Australia, Ireland, Bulgaria, Colombia. And basically, in a nutshell, they all pretty much said the same thing. There's a very strong sense of patriotism outside of America. And these people take their countries very seriously. They love their countries. And we all know and remember the feeling of watching the Olympics. That's when we're all a team. It's like having a sibling. You guys can fight and call each other names all day long, but nobody else can. I remember my older brother used to kick my ass damn near every day. But if somebody said something to him or did something to him, I was the first one right there ready to fight. And that's how it is when it comes to the Olympics. There's a sense of camaraderie. There's a sense of, dare I say it, patriotism. And it's alive and well in this world, and it's good to know and it's good to hear. But basically, they were saying, well, even if somebody had the balls to do it, they would be shunned. One person said the government might not even let them get back on the plane to come back home. Someone else was saying that the government would not stop them, would not stop the general public from expressing their distaste for what they did. There would be consequences from the people if an athlete were ballsy enough to pull some shit like that. And I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad we're not alone. I'm glad patriotism and that nasty little N-word, no, not that one, guys, nationalism is still alive. But I wanted to touch on that girl, Sha Carri Richardson, fastest woman in the world right now. She just qualified the other day for the Olympics. 21-year-old young lady headed to the Olympics for the first time. Tokyo 2021, starting July 23rd, but not for her. Why? She got popped on a drug test. And when I first saw it, I thought, what else do athletes get popped for? Steroids. But no, she got popped for weed. She tested positive for marijuana, and that's against Olympic rules, so she got suspended for a month. Like I just said, July 23rd, the Olympics start. That's sooner than a month. So she won't be able to go to the damn Olympics because she failed a drug test. Now, here's how I feel about it. Is a marijuana performance enhancer? No. But it's against the rules, and she knew the rules, and she chose to take part in the Olympics. So she has to take her lump. She has to take her punishment. And to her credit, she came out with a video saying, yeah, I take responsibility for what I did. I shouldn't have done it. She tried to explain it by saying that she was dealing with the death of her mom. So she took the marijuana, whether edible or whatever. She took the weed to cope with the pain. Is that possible? Yeah. Do people self-medicate to deal with pain? All the time. But I still think she should have had a little more adult in her to maybe deal with that in a different way or put that on the back burner, because I kept looking and trying to find out information about her, but all I could find was they kept saying her birth mother passed away. So that makes me think that maybe she was in a foster care system, not with her birth mom, which also makes me think that she wasn't that close to her. But still, it's your mom, you lose her, you're sad, whatever. I'm just saying she chose the wrong time to self-medicate, because now you pissed away your ticket, your golden ticket to the Olympics, and you have to wait another 4 years. She's going to be 25 years old when she's eligible to go to the Olympics again. I think it was a mistake. Of course, young people, she's 21, just turned 21. Of course, she's young. She's going to make some dumbass mistakes. But shit, the Olympics? I mean, I think people say it's a dumb rule, and maybe it is, but it's a rule. And the way I feel about weed is like this. As long as alcohol is legal, then marijuana should be legal, because I think alcohol is far more destructive than weed. Now, the whole, children having weed young, it messes with the development of their brain and all those things. So does alcohol. I've never put, and please, law enforcement personnel out there, I don't care what country you're from, please tell me if you've ever heard of, an accident, a car accident with multiple fatalities with weed. I mean, and maybe it happened, but with alcohol, it happens all the time. I remember as a kid, they had this campaign, Friends Don't Let Friends Drive Drunk. And they had these two mugs of beer headed toward each other. And you hear, and then the mugs of beer would crash into each other. Friends don't let friends drive drunk. Now, I'm not saying marijuana isn't dangerous. It does impair your faculties. But if alcohol is legal and all the destruction that alcohol brings to people's lives and all the lives it takes away and the people it maims and the lives that it fucks up and the people that it causes to be abused, if that shit is legal, then I don't see why weed isn't legal. I just do not put marijuana on the same destructive level as alcohol. I've seen, I don't know how many episodes of Cops. Nobody's ever came running out with a fucking steak over their eye talking about he's high again. Never seen it. Never heard anybody say, man, my dad, he used to come home, smoke weed, and kick our ass. Nope. You might come home and say, Dad got high and ate all my fruit snacks, ate all my goldfish and my Lunchables, but that's about it. And of course, I'm being a little facetious about it, but I just don't think weed is as dangerous as alcohol. And as long as alcohol is legal, weed should be. But the bottom line is, girl, those are the rules. You blew it. It sucks. What a missed opportunity. Despite your youth and lack of life experience, that was just terrible. You blew it. Of course, I knew it as soon as I heard the story. People were going to talk about, oh, it's racial. It's not racial. It's not an American rule. It's not America rearing its ugly racist head again. Stop that bullshit. It's an international rule. She knew the rules. She broke them. It's time to pay the piper. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to go home with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.